Hello and welcome to an Everquest guide for a level 95 Enchanter. And let's kind of get into it. And I just want to preface with all this with I don't play my Enchanter as a main. I play it as a box. And this might not be, none of this might apply to you. Like if you play a main Enchanter, you might want to do things different. I can totally understand that. But this is how I do it as a box class with my Paladin and Druid over there. Alright, so first things first, let's go over spells. So I have Mind Scythe, Mind Blade, and Chromium? I don't even know what that is, right? These are all direct damage spells. And you're thinking, well, you might as well just have a wizard, right? No, you would be right. But an Enchanter can do some nice damage, right? If we look over here at my thing, right, we got 18,000, 14,000. We're getting some good hits, right? And I run 3 nukes right now. I dropped Charm from my bar completely, and it never comes up. Charming just isn't the way I can't play this way. If I'm playing him, I'd have to play the Enchanter as the main to Charm for me to be able to do it effectively. And, I have macros to do it, right? I have this macro right here. It works. I just set it on my X target and I can charm, send it in, kill things, but I don't want to pay attention. That's what it boils down for me. So, this one does 8,000, this one does 12,000, and this one does 5,500 damage. So, nice little nukes. I have them all multi-bound down here in my assist, but then I go into haste and clarity. I keep these up at all times just because I don't know if I need to cast them. Like if somebody dies, I don't want to have to try to deal with that while mid-fight, right? So I just keep them up at all times. I don't ever really change her spell set at all. Then we go into mislead, which is the mez I use. It goes up to level 98. I should get a new one here. I'm at 95, so at 92, 93, I should get the new mez, whatever that is. What did I say? 92, 93, 97, 98, maybe those. Probably around those, 97, 98, 99. We'll get a new mez. I have lull on here. I don't really need this anymore. It's really just wasting a spot. The Paladin has lull. They finally gave it back to the Paladin in the 90s, so they kind of have the same spell now. But I have it on the Enchanter just in case. Peaceful Wave. So this is an AoE mez. I target my macro for it, targets Holdridge, and just casts it. And it's got a decent size range. It's not too big. They have to be pretty much around there. Like he got hit, but he didn't. So I would say it's probably like to right here, to right here. But it seems to be highly resistible by mobs, because I'll cast it and they'll resist, right? So it doesn't really work sometimes. Illusion Gnome, I use Gnome Illusion to shrink my characters down so I don't have to look at them. Enchanters get Project Illusion, so I mean, he's buff cap, so he can't even get he can't get anything. It's annoying. Buff cap is annoying. And then I have the current level animation. This is from 91. I should get a new one at 96. Typically, like Enchanter's Charm, right? That's typically how they played. Me on the other hand, I just use the pet, and I don't know why he's not. Oh, he can't break that. Hold on. There we go. Send the pet in and other melee, right? If we stand over here next to him, we'll see how much damage he does. So he's hitting for 789. So between 497 and 789, right? Not a whole lot of damage, but it's free damage and he does not die. This thing, I have not lost a single one of these, I don't think, unless she dies. That is that's how a bit crazy it's been, right? It got reposted for 8,000. Jeez. But like he doesn't even see it on here. He must have like 1 million hit points or something like that. It's insane just watching this guy go. And I just keep him up. I send him in. He does damage. You know, it's free. Whatever. Back him off. All right, and then I have Twin Cast and Arc Tender auras here. So enchanters can use 2 auras, and I went with the one for more mana regen and the one for twin casting. Now, this setup is mostly to buff the druid. That's kind of like where this goes. The druid has issues with mana, so I have to give her as much mana as I can. She has like the highest level clarity, even the one higher than like the 121, right? She has her self buffs and all that stuff, and it's just not enough. So this, I feel like this might help a little, but I can't really tell if it's really doing much at all, right? I have only 545 mana regen, right? Like one of the problems is these characters are under geared, and they're just wearing, you know, basic House of Thule stuff, right? With basic Augs. So they're not really getting that whole lot of mana regen and stuff like that from gear like Holdridge does. So Holdridge stays at full mana. These guys don't. So it's one of the weak points of my setup right now, but hopefully that helps a little bit. I just can't tell right now. So typically I assist, right? Let me target something with him. So all my macros for her are set up to target Xtar 4. So I have 3 people in my group, so Xtar 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is the assists. If you go like here, like group assist target, I select that. So I don't have to do /assist, you know, and then pause 5 or whatever it is to make sure that there's enough time for that. Holdridge changes his target. This changes on both characters, right? So it's pretty nice. So it's a pretty simple assist button here. I got Xtar 4, which gets the target. I cast 2, which is just a nuke, and then pet attack, right? Simple, simple. But it's multi-bound, so it goes all the nukes, plus Azure Mind Crystal, and then Azure Mind Crystal here, which is just a mana... I don't even know how to call it. It's a mana clicky, like a mod rod, right? Here it is in my bag. Every 5 minutes you can reuse it, and it gives 3,000 mana. Like, it's not a whole lot, but it's something, right? And then Mental Contortion, which is just an AA dot that you can do every 15 minutes. I didn't know what else to do with it, so I put it here. And just every 15 minutes, 1,400 damage for 3 minutes. So it's probably not the best used here, but, you know, whatever. Then Eldritch Rune, which is a self rune for 50,000. Not a whole, not exactly the best, right? But it gives her that little bit of extra HP, you know, shielding, so she doesn't get one shot like the Druid does. And then I just have the AA to resummon that crystal that I used previously. And then pet attack again. And then auto inventory to put away the crystal that gets summoned. And then I can't remember what 173 is, but I don't think it's important. So if I target a mob and just start hitting 4, right? Let's look at spell damage. We can kind of see here. So we have the aura from the Druid, which is kind of giving us a little bit extra damage, but right now you can see 26,000. We get a 9,000 crit from the Druid thing, 5,700 crit from the Mental Contortion, 11,000, 56,000. You know, this is pretty decent damage, right? This is not wizard level damage. This is not mage level damage. This is decent level damage. I should parse it to see, you know, where she falls, but she's not here for damage. She's here for crowd control. And I just do damage as, you know, to blow her mana. Pretty much is really what it boils down to. And you can see it works pretty well. You know, these twin casts are really adding up, right? 56,000 there, 60,000 there, 38,000 there. It'll just go on and on. She'll eventually run out of mana, right? but I usually have them on mounts, which gives them a little bit more mana regen. I don't think it's that much, but it's equivalent to sitting. So it's all little bits of pieces to add up, right? There's not a whole lot else that I do with this character, right? I don't have any short-term buffs set up like I do on my other characters. I do have a macro for Tash, which is X-Tar 4, you know, just the assist, and then Bite of Tashani, which is an AoE AoE Tash. And then I have Slow, which is a wrong button. It does the AoE version, and then it does the single target version, because the AoE has a longer recast time. But you can see it's just adds up. And I think my druid's activated right now. Having some weird there we go, key maps off. I don't know, I'm having weird issues. My keyboard wasn't working very well. All right, but I think that's all of this. I just have that. These are just you know, crowd control abilities that you get. I don't ever really use them because I'm totally on the paladin most of the time, so they're not really accessible. This is a long-term mez. I think it's 3 minutes, and also slows the target. Never used it. I tried using it once and it didn't work, or the druid broke it or something like it immediately after. It was kind of annoying. I want to try this one out. This is beam. So it's like a beam that comes out in front of you and just mezzes everything. I haven't tried it yet, but the way I play is she's auto follow to my paladin, so she could be like facing like this instead of like that, so it could cause issues. It just depends on how I set that up. Then there's the Unity spell. It just casts all the self buffs, right? Ward of Arc Tending causes you to anything that hits her to be mezzed for a little bit, and then Shield of Bronze, which I don't believe we have yet, because we haven't bought spells. I don't think we have Shield of Bronze, do we? I think it's from another level. I think it's like 91. So yeah, I don't see Shield of Bronze. So that's just the one you get in Shard's Landing, and I haven't gone there yet. So let me see here. Is there anything I'm missing? I send my pet. I nuke. I do crowd control as needed. My mez target, my mez macros, you know, X target 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the main assist target, right? So whatever my paladin's targeting, it goes here. Anything after that, up until, you know, from 6 to 18 or 5 to 18, are the expendable targets, if you will, other mobs. And so if I have 2 or 3, I'll do the AoE mez. If I have 1, I'll just do the single target mez, which just goes to that next one. Turns my attack off, just in case I have a target and I like stab my dagger and wake it up, kind of thing. And then I cast 6, which is the mez. And then I show the AoE mez. I target the paladin for that, and then I cast it on him, and then it does everything around him. So a little bit different. Let's see here. And these are all just for X target 6, 7, 8, 9, and then AoE. So just in case I need to mess something all the way up to 9, I have a macro for it. But typically at this point, the paladin, if he gets more than 3, I just sword and shield, and then I AoE tank him down. Because sometimes something will break the mez and it'll just go chaotic if I try to do that, but it's very situational. Yeah, pet, targets, yeah, that's about right. I think I have everything there. There might have been some new AAs I got at 95 I might have missed. I think we didn't. Like I did a little quick look through it. There's like some stuff, right? Like stasis and stuff like that. Like I don't really use these. I don't know why this is disabled. I could explain some things, but for the most part, the Enchanter class is pretty standard at this point. At least the way I play it. I mean, there's more to it, but my burns, just Spire, Twin Cast, and whatever those other two are, Calculated Insanity. So I don't know. The names are not that hard. like a lot of the names, they just die really quick. And that's because we're leveling up. But when we get higher level, the burns will make more sense on like the group bosses like Zendikar and stuff like that. That we want to kill those really quick and stuff. So, but I think that's like everything I have to cover for the Enchanter. I'm trying to think of anything else I missed. In these videos, they build upon each other. So the 85, or well, the 90 version builds upon the 85, and then this one builds upon the 90 version, right? It's like they're all intertwined, and that's just how they kind of go up. Like I'm really just changing the spells I use pretty much for the most part, unless I get a new AA that changes behavior. But for the most part, that is how I use and play a level 95 Enchanter. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know, and I will try my best to answer those. But thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.